All present here. I am delighted to welcome all the privileged and proud parents of our students who are selected as prefects for the current academic year 2025-26. These prefects have been selected after a rigorous process of written test and interview, taken into account their academic achievements and performances outside their classrooms. Now we commence the oath-taking ceremony for the School Council of General Gurnam Singh Public School by swearing in the head boy and the head girl first. I request both the head boy and the head girl to raise their right hands. Do you, Sir Taj Singh Varaj and Mamta Rani Sharma, promise to uphold at all costs the dignity and honor of your school, putting school before self and serving it with all your ability and honesty?
Yes, I do.
Then, by virtue of being the principal of the school, Mrs. Prabjot Kaur Garewal, and head middle wing, Mrs. Jaswinder Kaur Clare, hereby appoints you as the head boy and the head girl for the academic session 2025-26. Next, the senior house captains to be sworn in by the house masters. Do you, Japesh Sharma and Jasmine Sani of Ajit House, Abhay and Mehergeen Kaur Chattha of Jujhar House, Jashanpreet Singh and Preet Guman of Joravar House, Jasrajveer Singh and Chamanjot Kaur of Fateh House, promise to uphold at all costs the dignity and honor of your school, putting school before self and serving it with all your ability and honesty?
Yes, I do.
Then, by virtue of being the house master of Ajit House, Mr. Bir Davinder Singh Bedi, house master of Jujhar House, Mr. Naresh Kumar, house mistress of Zorawar House, Mrs. Parminder Kaur Dhaliwal, and house master of Fateh House, Mr. Bhupinder Singh Sodhi, hereby appoints you as the senior house captains for the academic session 2025-26. captain to be sworn in. Do you, Jitendra Singh and Navreet Kaur as sports captain, promise to uphold at all cost the dignity and honor of your school, putting school before self and serving it with all your ability and honesty?
Yes, I do.
Then, by virtue of being the sports officer, Mr. Harish Kumar hereby appoints you as sports captain for the academic session 2025-26. Now, the senior house prefects to be sworn in. Do you, Arad Kuteja and Soumya Jindal of Ajit House, Dipit Sharma and Japanjot Kaur of Jujhar House, Prabdeep Singh and Japnoor Kaur of Zorawar House, Neil Puri and Bhumi Bajaj of Fateh House, promise to uphold at all cost the dignity and honor of your school, putting school before self and serving it with all your ability and honesty?
Yes, I do.
Then, by virtue of being the head of the departments, Mrs. Anshu, HOD Science, Mrs. Geeta Sharma, HOD English, Mrs. Meenakshi Khanna, HOD Maths, and I, Mrs. Sumati Verma, CCA in charge, hereby appoints you as the senior house prefects for the academic session 2025-26. Now, cultural activity captains to be sworn in. Do you, Ananya Bhagriya and Garg Gupta, promise to uphold at all cost the dignity and honor of your school, putting school before self and serving it with all your ability and honesty?
Yes, I do.
Then, by virtue of being the head primary wing, Mrs. Tajinder Kaur, and head nursery wing, Mrs. Seema Dhawan, hereby appoints you as the cultural activity captain for the academic session 2025-26. Next, junior house captains to be sworn in by the assistant house masters. Do you, Arshpreet Singh and Nimrat Kaur of Ajit House, Sakshan Garg and Tani of Jujhar House, Tarak Bansal and Amira Singla of Zorawar House, Rishit Bansal and Mansirat Kaur of Fateh House, promise to uphold at all cost the dignity and honor of your school, putting school before self and serving it with all your ability and honesty?
Yes, I do.
Then, by virtue of being the assistant house masters, Mrs. Mandeep Bajwa of Ajit House, Mrs. Ravinder Kaur of Jujhar House, Mrs. Divya Goyal of Zorawar House, and Mrs. Rajinder Kaur of Fateh House hereby appoints you as the junior house captains for the academic session 2025-26. Next, junior house prefects to be sworn in. Do you, Gurjot Singh and Avneet Kaur of Ajit House, Ishmeet Batish and Ajoni Dhingra of Jujhar House, Ankit Singh Man and Vanika of Zorawar House, Vanshveer Dikshit and Arpita of Fateh House, promise to uphold at all cost the dignity and honor of your school, putting school before self and serving it with all your ability and honesty?
Yes, I do.
Then, by virtue of being the head of the departments, Mrs. Kiran Pal Kaur, HOD Punjabi, Assistant House Master Mrs. Renu Khurana, Mrs. Balwinder Kaur, HOD Hindi, and Mrs. Prabjot Kaur, HOD Social Science, hereby appoints you as Junior House Prefects for the academic session 2025-26. Now, the head boy, Sartaj Singh Varaj, will read the scroll given to the prefects. I request the prefectorial body to raise your right hands.
A prefect is the one who is put to authority over others and accepts the position of a prefect, undertakes duties that are not always easy to carry out. He must himself strictly obey the rules of the school if he is to see that others also do so. He must tread the right path himself and not just direct others to do so. Example counts more than precept. Must not be tempted to seek popularity, but he can remember that if he does his duty well and fairly, he will win respect, and to be respected is better than to be cheaply popular. A prefect accepts an office of responsibility, trust, and honor. He can do much to make our school a good and happy home for all of us, or he may, if he fails, be guilty of bringing a bad name to it. In learning to exercise his responsibilities wisely, he is given the highest opportunity that this school offers to a student to prepare oneself for the wider life he will enter when the time comes for him to leave.
Now, head girl Mamta Rani Sharma will read the prayer for the newly commissioned prefects.
Let's bow our heads in prayer for our newly commissioned prefects. Almighty God, by whose grace thy children are enabled to fight the good fight of faith and to overcome evil with good, grant that these thy children who have been commissioned as school prefect may in all their duties uphold at all costs the dignity and honor of school, help them to set a good example to those under their care, to think wisely, to speak rightly, to resolve bravely, to act kindly, live purely, and having done all, to give praises to thee.
I congratulate all the proud parents and our newly elected prefectorial body. Now I request our principal ma'am, Mrs. Prefect Gurnam, to come up and address the audience.
A leader is made. Good morning to everyone present here. It's a great honor to be here today as we celebrate the momentous occasion, the investiture ceremony of our new student leaders. This ceremony marks not just a formal appointment but a recognition of the trust and responsibility placed in these young individuals. I congratulate each and every one of you for your dedication and commitment. May this new role inspire you to lead with integrity, empathy, and compassion. This selection of the new council had been a difficult task, and the chosen ones have a great responsibility in front of them. They are the present leaders of the school and will be the future leaders of the country. I congratulate all the teachers who have helped in the fair selection of these new council members. And of course, the parents of these council members who have also put in their hard work in inspiring and motivating their children to keep participating in the extracurricular activities as well as in sports. They are going to impart moral values and instill the skills as well as impart discipline amongst the students of the school. Let us together build a brighter future for our school community. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, all of you get ready for the national anthem.